Alright then, we have a new Save the World home-based status report, the blog updates from Fortnite's one-man team. So, it's funny actually, because I was just saying the other day that it seems to be, they pushed a bit late, it seems to be more like a 10-day rolling thing rather than a 7-day rolling thing, but that's fine, I suppose. And the first thing, which is a very important thing to remember, is that Ventures finishes in about 1 month from now, April 3rd. That's both the season mode for the rewards you get per level, be it weapons vouchers or hero tokens and so forth, or the event store, which is the gold part of the store, where you can buy the event heroes and weapons and so on. So those will all go on April 3rd. So you've got a month left for that, which is plenty of time, because you can start today and be done by tomorrow for some of this stuff. Maybe not the gold bits for the event store, but for the venture season mode, you can easily run through like 20 levels in a few hours if you really push pretty hard. So, firstly, a little bit. It's these kind of things they've started doing in character, which was where they're trying to give you UI changes or game changes, so to speak, but they're trying to change it by making it sound like it's the character themselves. And he's talking again about the crowd control effect. So last time, remember, he was talking about he was talking about the healing effect. Actually, we can check. Once I go back. Where is it? It was this one. Where are we? Wow, it can't be that far back. Because that's that one there. That was a very tiny update. Oh, it was that far back. That is really, really disappointing. Anyway, we just scroll down, and yeah, you've got these bits here. So, the major test, because it says here, originally he was talking about husks dealing less damage to things like your buildings, in particular at the higher levels of time peaks. And he was talking about nurses and healing. That's right, he was talking healing. So when you have those healing husks, they used to stack damage, which was a bit annoying. So, stack healing, sorry, not stack damage. Stack healing, so that was a bit annoying. It could be almost unkillable if you got the wrong levels. So, they got rid of that too. And they've changed how crowd controlling effects worked, or they did do back then. Whereas now, they made some further updates to the crowd control changes, it seems. Basically, they've taken it away from weapons and abilities, but kept it on traps. So I guess the way they've done is they've taken a small, review of everything, and they've noticed that if they must have gone a bit too far, presumably, so they've gone back and changed it, which is fine. I mean, I like it when and it looks like they're actually playing the game, making minor changes, and so on and so forth. Next, in 4 days' time, we're going to get Battlehound Jonesy. Looks kind of cool. Which is, by the sounds of it, the way it's phrased, yep, there it is, it's the event store. I was just going to say the way it's phrased, it's not that, it sounded like it's the event store. The event store, basically, it gives you more grenades, which is, I don't know, there are some specific uses of that, such as in running dungeons, and speedruns for dungeons, and such, to have more grenades. But at the same time, you're probably not going to have them as the lead. You might have them there to give one extra grenade, but it's not overly useful all the same. I'm sure I could think of something useful to make that character into, but nonetheless, kind of look a cool looking model, and frag grenades are not unuseful. They're kind of fun, but not game breaking or game changing. More war games. I think we've got like 12 or 15 different war game types now. This one's now got teleporting through doors, so I guess it's a bit of Monsters Inc. type affair, where we have husks being teleported around and getting elemental effects when they teleport. Okay, so that's kind of cool, kind of fun. And then perhaps the most important bit of all this, for me anyway, is March 13th, we are kicking into Cram Session. So that's the last 2 full weeks of any of these Ventures modes. They do where they double drops of all sorts of things. So as it says here, we're going to drop additional XP, evolution material, perk up, instead of just one thing. We're going to drop tickets. We're also going to have increasing rate of one-time rewards per completion of stages of quests. Just there. And it's basically just different ways to try and drop all these bits here as quickly as they can, or more than they usually can. So that's kind of fun. And it really is signaling the end of this season adventures. At the same time, we've got another version of Southie, and this one, so again, this one is one which is not overly useful, but it's a little bit fun, especially the model, kind of like that. That's pretty cool. Look, but the actual ability turns your teddy into a laser firing from the eyes teddy every 2 seconds, which I actually really love the sound of. I've never used it before. I'm pretty sure this is not a new hero. I'm pretty sure it's one that's already been in the book for a while. I love that as an idea, so you can have them just like blasting from the lasers from the eyes as well. That's hilarious. I'll definitely get that, and I'll definitely try it at least once or twice. I'm not sure it's not going to be game breaking at all or anything, but it sounds a lot of fun. And then, of course, right at the end, the last war games banner, I suppose it would be, which is to stop commanding nuclear explosion, right? That seems like a good thing to be doing right at the end of Ventures. So, Ventures End is coming soon. A couple of new heroes, some small updates to the crowd control effects that they altered last time, but for the most part, most of the changes have held as they were. And a couple more war games, and starting to look, I guess, a little bit, even though there's still a month to go, it's starting to look towards the next season adventures. So let me know how you're going down in the comments if you have done well with this season adventures so far. Maybe what weapon you picked up from the voucher, or what hero you got from that token. And I'll catch you guys all next time. Probably going to review a hero in the next couple of days.